And now, from Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
Our first contestant tonight comes from Weston-super-Mare Avon. She's married, she has 5 children between the ages of 22 and 13. She also finds time to work as a secretary at the bank, and her name is Daphne Hudson. Whose official residence is Lambeth Palace, Daphne?
The Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yes, it is. How often do Americans elect their president, Daphne?
Every 4 years.
Yes, they do. In which art has Alan Ayckbourn achieved fame, Peter?
He's a playwright.
He is indeed. For which month of the year is Opal the birthstone, Daphne?
Oh, October.
That's very clever, because I think those are awfully difficult. How do you know? You were born in October?
No.
No, you're not. Let's have our fifth and our last instant sale. John Benson, tell us what it is tonight.
Here it comes then, for £23. You can buy this 14-inch portable colour television set. It's light and easy to carry, which means it's ideal as that second set, and certainly just right for watching TV AM over breakfast. It's even fitted with an earpiece. Cost £239.
Well, once again, Daphne was tempted to press her buzzer. Let us look at the money in front of our 3 contestants as we move into the final session. It's a very interesting contest, with Daphne having bought all those goods, and she's still out there, but she might have been in a strong lead. So it's going to be neck and neck in the final session between Peter Smith on £75 and Daphne Hudson on £73, and there's Leslie Wood catching up a little on 29 questions, still 5. In 1549, which important religious book was published for the first time? Leslie.
Bible.
The prayer book, I'm afraid, Leslie. Which metal do we make from bauxite? Daphne.
Aluminium.
Yes, we do. What is a heliotrope? Daphne.
It's a flower.
It's a plant, a flower. In which Italian city is the Uffizi Gallery?
Florence.
Florence is
Florence.
right. Who was the captain of the England Test team who toured in Australia this winter? Peter.
Bob Willis.
Bob Willis was. Which sea lies to the north of Turkey? Leslie.
Black Sea.
The Black Sea is right. In which country is Serbo-Croat an official language? Peter.
Yugoslavia.
Yes. What kind of mammal is a merino? Daphne.
It's a horse. Sheep.
Sorry, he said sheep after the 4
Sorry.
seconds. Sorry, Daphne. In which country are the Apennine Mountains? Peter.
Switzerland.
Italy, I'm afraid. Who composed the opera La Bohème? Daphne.
Puccini.
Puccini did. Who is the president of France? Peter.
Mitterrand.
He is. Which sport is played on a gridiron? Daphne.
Baseball.
American football, I'm afraid.
Sorry.
What does the polar bear live in the Arctic or the Antarctic? Daphne.
The Arctic.
He does. What is kelp? Daphne.
Seaweed.
Yes, it is. Which popular singer is known as Old Blue Eyes? Peter.
Sinatra.
He is. What are canaries, baps, and bloomers? Peter.
Bread.
Bread, yes, you got it just as the 4 seconds came up. Who wrote The Complete Angler? Daphne.
Isaac Bolton.
He did. Ferrous refers to which? Daphne?
Iron.
Iron. Which metal I was going to add? What kind of fruit is a satsuma? Peter?
An orange, a small
It is
orange.
the orange family. Who composed the Brandenburg concertos? Daphne?
Bach.
Bach did. What is maidenhair? Daphne?
It's a fern.
It is indeed. On which island is the town of Limassol? Leslie?
Cyprus.
Yes. As what did Isadora Duncan achieve fame? Daphne?
A dancer.
Dancer. Which city is served by Kennedy Airport? Daphne?
New York.
New York. What is a tarantula? Peter?
A spider.
It's spider. O'Donnell's a shade of what colour, Daphne?
Green.
Green. Who wrote A Winter's Tale? Leslie?
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. What is Adam's ale? We have to eliminate it because no lights came on. We have to eliminate the question. I'm sorry. What does a cardiologist study, Peter?
The heart.
The heart. On a dartboard, what score is the innermost number, Daphne?
50.
50. What is a barracuda, Peter?
It's a fish.
A fish. How was the Titanic sunk, Daphne?
By an iceberg.
Right. What kind of fruit is a morello, Daphne?
Cherry.
Cherry. In what is a sword sheathed?
Scabbard.
A scabbard. Well done. What else? We have no more time. Who has the most money? And it is Daphne Hudson, £148. Our winner this week. Well, that is quite an achievement. Daphne has bought £616 worth of goods, and she's still got £148 and can gamble her chances and go for a jackpot if she wishes. Bad luck on Peter Smith, who was equally bright and was pressing his buzzers all the time, but Daphne often got in ahead of him. But Peter, you've got £115 to take home. Leslie, you came up against two very quick, bright contestants. Bad luck. I could see your finger going regularly, but fortunately you only got in to get £39, and so we come back to Daphne. So, with 148, she can go to the sale of the century, or she can go for the jackpot prize of the motor car. What will she do? Daphne, what is your decision?
I'll go for the jackpot.
She's going for the jackpot. So, Daphne Hudson is going to try and win our motor car, and there it is. It's a pale yellow Mini. We all hope that she answers correctly 4 out of 5 more questions that I'm going to put to her, and then that car will be hers. If she's unsuccessful, then of course she does keep the money which is in front of her and the goods that she bought on the way to the sale of the century. Now, the questions this week, but just to remind you and Daphne, she has 9 seconds in which to answer each question. If after 9 seconds she hasn't given me an answer, then I request one. She's not in competition. You have time to think it out, Daphne. And the questions this week have been put under the following headings: history, famous people, music, science, and literature. Now, Daphne can choose to take those first or second, any of those subjects, as she wishes. Relax, Daphne. You're not in competition. Which, do you want to have any choice?
No, I'll take them as they come.
As I read them out?
Yes.
All right. The first one I read out was history. So we all wish you luck. Take a deep breath, and here we go for the mini motor car. History. When the Danes invaded England, King Ethelred paid them money to keep away. By what name was that money known?
Danegeld.
You didn't even have to think about it. Right, you're on the way to the car. Famous people. Which former airman won the VC in the Second World War, and since retirement has devoted himself to the provision of houses for the sick and the incurable?
Cheshire.
Leonard Cheshire. You're doing marvelously. Keep it up. We're going to play some music now. When that music is played, we want you to tell us the title of this famous Strauss waltz. Do you know what it is, Daphne?
Blue Danube.
No,
Sorry.
it's Tales from the Vienna Woods, I'm afraid. This is the literature question. Can you tell me the novelist who created the characters of Michael Henchard, Tess, and Jude the Obscure?
Thomas Hardy.
Thomas Hardy. One more question. It's on science. And how this car rests on this question. We're all praying for you. Keep your fingers crossed. In science, what do we call the smallest possible unit of any substance composed of a central nucleus surrounded by electrons?
An atom.
An atom is right! You got a motor car! Congratulations! Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm so delighted for you. Oh, there we are. You've got all those goods and you've got a motor car. Come over this side. Get inside it. There's Carol and Karen who want to congratulate you. Isn't that exciting? Get inside it. See how it feels. Come on. Something there. Isn't that... Well, we only have a few seconds left, so while Daphne gets into the motor car, I'll say goodbye. Hope you've enjoyed the show this week, and say, I don't know which one we're on. Bye-bye from Carol Karen. And our winner, there she is, Daphne Hudson. See you next week. Bye-bye.